Hi, friends and loves. I'm Rocket Fox, and I am beyond thrilled to welcome you to my Patreon page. Now, like a lot of other creatives, my artistic journey has been, well, a bit of an adventure.
In the Extra Life Marathon.
Superheroines, etc. Story time.
Friendly moderator of today's panel.
24 hours of unadulterated gameplay.
Illustrator, performer, storyteller. And
coming to you from London, from Amsterdam, in Paris, at San Diego Comic-Con, Disney World! But while it has taken a lot of twists and turns, it started out in a way that is probably pretty familiar to a lot of artists out there. For as long as I can remember and beyond, I was enamored with creating art and stories, and I ended up getting a degree in illustration and design, with a little training in classical opera on the side. Over the next 10 years, I worked in the illustration and design industry with over a dozen award-winning children's books under my belt, all during which I continued to perform in both film and stage productions alike. Still, there was something missing. I had the honor of serving as the president of the board for Superheroines, etc., a 501c3 nonprofit with the mission to empower women and those who identify as women to embrace their inner nerd. And through this, I had the opportunity to speak nationally on topics such as geek feminism, representation and diversity in media, and empowerment creating safer spaces. And it was through doing these panels, putting them together, participating and facilitating, that the pieces really started to fall into place. I found that people who came out were really hungry for this content and for a space to hold these conversations. But not just that, people really needed these topics to be talked about, and they mattered really to me as well. Now, it was around the same time that I started to host local storytelling events, which were essentially just safer spaces in which diverse voices could come together and share experiences and perspectives under the umbrella of different monthly topics. From experiences with mental health, to voices of color, to celebrating the badass women in our lives, storytelling went from being a passion to the through line that connected my artistic endeavors and visions. I began to seek out more opportunities to bring all of these things together, but also figure out ways to have a wider reach, to be able to build a bigger community. And then I got back into streaming again. I had the huge honor of joining Geekspace TV's incredible cast for Night Witches, a historically based tabletop that follows the tale of the Soviet airwomen who flew during World War II. I then had the biggest pleasure in the world of joining another amazing group of people for City of Light and Shadow, a Fate French resistance campaign that follows a small resistance cell in Nazi-occupied Paris as they, well, do everything they can to upset the Nazis, and it was incredible. So that brings us to where we are now. I am passionate and committed to bringing you meaningful, important, and fun content. And hopefully you, first and foremost, will enjoy it. And hopefully it will mean something to you. And if you are so moved, maybe you'll want to be involved. And you can do that by, first and foremost, taking it in, enjoying it, and giving it a share. Show your friends, bring some people into the fold. But if you feel moved to take the next step, go ahead and check out my Patreon tiers. You'll notice that I have a few different ones. They have different names, different little illustrations that go along with them. Characteristics, if you will. So just give them a peek. But each one comes with a different set of perks that I'm offering. But the thing you really should know too is that whatever tier that you feel like you would want to and be able to join, really what that's doing is that is going to help support me in my content creation and production. And that is going to allow me to focus on bringing you higher quality things, broadening and putting more effort, production value, and more time and energy than I would otherwise be able to do. And in addition to that, that is also going to allow me to, on my stream, bring in more guests more frequently, because anytime I bring on a fellow performer or anything like that for a performance related thing, I am going to be paying them. So your support will help in that as well. But moving right along, what kind of perks, you may be curiously asking yourself. I was expecting just that. Most of the tiers come with a monthly sticker that looks something like this. This is one of my most recent designs in honor of things that have been going on as of late, and a digital code for a free high-resolution print. And in addition to that, there are various other things, access to Patreon-only content, things like that, as well as 20% off of everything in the Rocket Fox shop. And there are two of those, actually, because I just can't stop the shop. There is one that are my prints and stickers that is on my website, and then there's another one on my Teespring site that has things such as garments. What kind of garments, you may ask? Oh, things such as this. Are you uterally dangerous? Well, you can show it off to the world with this fine, fine garment right here. It's a fitted tank top. Or, do you have magic to show? You could show it off and shine it with this fancy, fancy sweatshirt. I just got samples in. I'm really excited. But I've given them all a try, and they're all super comfy and very soft. So they're pretty awesome, and I would definitely recommend checking that out, regardless of what you want to do. But all of that being said, I really, really cannot stress enough how much I appreciate you stopping by, taking a peek at this video, learning a little bit more about who I am and what it is that I do. And I hope that you'll check out all of my endeavors and artistic adventures, and stick around. There's more good stuff coming. Thank you so much, and stay safe out there.